meaning the board, right? So we will have to do it without the board. So let's kickstart. Okay, just to skim through. Last week we started off and we kind of completed all these sections, right? We completed all these sections. We also attempted these questions, and I started off the explanation last week with this area, right? With this area. So now let me kind of look into this same section and we can flow on, guys, right? We can flow on afterwards. So let's kickstart, right? Last week I asked you all a simple question, right? What was the simple question? What is business according to you? Right? So you people gave different meanings and different definitions, which kind of makes sense, right? Which kind of gives clarity that you have decent level of understanding about what business is. But last week I told you all how this business started evolving, right? What led to evolution of business, how businesses started off is something what I was trying to explain last week, right? So just as a continuation, tell me, back those days, guys, right? People, do they used to go to shops and kind of purchase whatever they wanted? No, there used to be some economy, right? What was the economy that prevailed, that was existing back then, guys? How did it start? How did it start? Quickly answer. Not barter system, self-sufficient economy, right? Meaning what? People wanted something, they went for it, they produced it, they manufactured it, they made it on their own and they kind of consumed it, right? Self-sufficient economy. Then what happened was self-sufficient economy led to what? Led to what? As people were doing that on a daily basis, repeatedly, again and again, again and again, it led to specialization, right? It led to specialization. So that specialization, right, as people turned out to be specialized individuals, experts, that resulted in what, case? That resulted in what? That resulted in excess products, right? That resulted in something called excess products, right? So just to skim through the diagram, just to put it up in the diagram, guys, this is why I ask you people to revise and kind of attend, right? It will be easy for you. So it was a self-sufficient, right, economy, which led to specialization, right? Which led to specialization, which was second one, right? Which led to specialization, which was second one. Third one, right? There was excess products. I even gave a diagram. I asked you people to copy the diagram, right? That excess product created barter system, right? That excess products created something called barter system. What is barter system? Exchange of goods with another good, right? Exchange of service with another service. So what was the norm back then, guys? If you properly observe and notice, right, it used to be a case people produced, manufactured what they wanted, they turned out to be specialized people, experts. That expertise gave them that capacity to manufacture or produce excess products. That excess product, what the hell can they have, what the hell can they do keeping the excess products? They exchanged. That led to barter system. So for example, I have particular set of goods, you might have a particular set of goods, we can exchange good with another good, right? I might be willing to provide a service, you might have a service, let's exchange. So do you see, there is nothing called money which is being involved and connected. So back then, guys, people freaking had the time. They were not bothered of their own work or etc. They had the time. Their behavior, their day-to-day activity was such that they used to manufacture, produce whatever they wanted. That's how things were prevailing back then, guys. But let me ask a simple question now. Now, will you be bothered to do that, guys? For example, you might need clothes, right? You might need cosmetics, right? You might need a watch, you might need a shoe. You might need everything. You will say, okay, I want everything, all this. Will you be bothered to allocate time and manufacture those? Yes or no? Will you be bothered to allocate time and manufacture those? Yes or no? No, people will not do that, right? Because dude, look, I can't do that because I have a particular work to do, a work to focus, right? Maybe your studies, maybe your extracurricular activities, maybe your club activities and etc. So what you will do is you will go and depend on someone. You will go and kind of rely on someone. You will get connected to someone. That someone is the shop. That someone is the business which you are getting connected, right? For example, go and ask your dad, right? Your dad might have the day-to-day work which he is using to earn money. Let's say 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. He might have requirements, maybe a laptop, maybe mobile phone, maybe let's say headset, maybe let's say some other products. Now in that given case, will he take the time off from his work and manufacture those? No, he will not do that. What will he do? He will go and he will rely on business. So guys, what happened was people went through a shift. SHIFT, right? Like people change, guys. For example, some people might look like angel, right? With regard to getting married, this happens, no, guys. Before getting married, angel, baby, sweetheart, everything will be there. After getting married, it will be buffalo, donkey, monkey, ghost. That's how things work. So what happened was, guys, there was a change in the shift. How people kind of depended, relied on the products, it changed. Back then, people went for it, manufactured what they wanted, but things changed, behavior changed, where people were not bothered to focus on other products versus to focus on their work. That's where, guys, something called businesses came up, right? That's where businesses came up, where they realized, okay, look, people have a requirement. They have requirement for their needs and wants, which has to be satisfied. That needs and wants to be satisfied, people can't satisfy on their own because they are not bothered to go manufacture, allocate time, and etc. Example, relate yourself. You might need clothes, but will you allocate time to find fabric, stitch it, kind of, wear it, see whether it suits you? No, you will not do that, right? Versus you will rely on someone, but you need the cloth, you need that shirt or whatever other items so that you look good. So what people identified was, okay, dude, look, there is a set of requirement which is needs and wants that has to be fulfilled. That's where businesses came up, guys, where people realized, okay, fine, let's set up a process, let's set up an entity, let's set up a complete business focused upon satisfying human needs and wants, focused upon fulfilling human needs and wants, focused upon providing people needs and wants. Example, you need food, right? You need food. Let's say when you go out, you will rely on a restaurant, which is restaurant business, food business. You need shoe, you will rely on business, which is a shoe business, right? You need clothes, you will rely on a clothing business, right? So what is a business, guys? Business is an entity which uses the resources to satisfy human needs and wants. Business is a process which uses the resources to satisfy human needs and wants. That is business, guys. That's how this entire process of business, evolution of business, was created, evolved, and connected right now to us. Look at you guys. You all are lazy fellows, right? Even including me, right? You're a couch potato. Why? You can't manufacture or produce whatever you want now, guys. Maybe one or two items, but majority we depend on business, right? Example, you might need a sunglass. Will you manufacture it? No, you will go to a shop and you will purchase, right? You might need, let's say, example, some other item. That particular item, will you allocate time and manufacture? No, you will go to the shop and purchase. So business has evolved big time, and it has kind of made people to completely rely on them, be dependent on them, connected to them. Simple as that. So what is business? Business is a process. Business is an entity that focuses upon satisfying humans' needs and wants, humans' requirements. Simple as that. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Yes or no? Guys, I see a few questions, right? Just like we depend on the business, we depend on business after we grow. Yes, 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 definitely, Raihana. Yeah. Definitely that happens, right? That's the broader picture, guys. For example, see what I'm explaining right now, what I'm telling right now, just since that question was raised, 5% of actual business studies, actual corporate world, right? Because you all are O-level butthouse now, guys, right? The content is very small. As you get into A-levels, as you get into university, as you get into higher education, the amount of content will go up. The amount of knowledge will go up. There you will learn, more interesting areas. But for now, this is more than enough. Okay? Yeah. After Bata system only, businesses evolved. So what I can do is just to continue the sketch. Guys, I'm extremely sorry, right? I came out to freaking ensure I can use a whiteboard, but I'm unable to connect the video. So I will have to follow through this. Just adjust it only for today, right? You will have to look at my ugly face for the next 1.5 hours. So Bata system, after Bata system, it led to business, right? Where money and all those jazz came up. But this flow is more than enough with regard to your content. Okay, fine. Let's kind of quickly read, guys. Let's quickly read the content. Business, right? In primitive societies, human beings lived in, guys, we read the first two paragraphs, correct? We read the first two paragraphs, correct? Yes or no? Right, okay. So let me skip that. Let me go to the third paragraph, right? Until here, it is Bata system from this point. Even today, no one produces all what he or she wants as individuals, are either a producer or a consumer. Hence, businesses are given immense importance in modern society. A business is an economic activity which manufactures or provides different goods and services in order to fulfill human needs and wants. Guys, in your final exam, there will be questions connected to define business. Etakota, guys, don't look up and don't kind of overthink, right? Just give out this answer. You can easily score 1 mark. Businesses are important to fulfill the complex wants and needs that people cannot achieve on their own. Every business do produce or supply a product to fulfill the needs and wants. Example, guys. Observe each and every business. No, example, look at Sateha College. It's a business. Business which is focused upon fulfilling a need, fulfilling a want, a requirement for you people, human needs and wants, right? Generally, businesses can be defined as activities carried out with the motive of earning profits by producing or supply of goods and services to fulfill or satisfy the needs and wants of human beings. There, there also exist businesses that are carried out to fulfill needs and wants of human beings with the motive of social welfare. Let me explain that, guys. Just to cook the books, I gave added content, right? Now see, you will start off business either to make money. You turn out to be richest person. Example, you take Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, billionaires, no? Top in the three guys, top three in the list. So they have minted money, they have generated money. So you will start business so that you get money, you get profit, you get return. There can be cases where you might start a business. Sir, I don't need money, sir. I don't need return. I don't need anything for myself. I want to do a service to the people. I want to do a service to the entire world. So your motive of business can be profit, which is to make paisa, fulus, money, right? Or not for profit, which is basically provide a service, provide a form of service to the community, to the people. That's the broader two picture, guys. Example, Bill Gates, Microsoft, he used it properly. He turned out to be the richest person in the world. Same Bill Gates is now running something called Gates Foundation. Gates Foundation, which is focused upon providing service. So he has massive amount of money now, guys. What to do keeping that amount of money? He's giving back to the society, right? He's divorced also, so no wife. So he's giving back to the society. He's providing donations and etc. Many things are taking place. That's the last paragraph, guys, connected to that section. Clear with that? Yes or no? Clear with that? Yes or no? Hello. Yes, yes or no? Are here? Don't be songy fellows, right? Pataskala confirmation at the end. Treat me like your current boyfriend or girlfriend, right? I know I'm a lecturer, but treat me like that. If you get a text from them, you will immediately reply, right? You will stop all your work and you will start replying. Treat me like that, guys. Okay. Don't treat me like someone who you hate or your ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend. Hajara, what are you doing here? You attend the other class at 7, right? Fine. Now let me ask a very general question, guys. How many of you all have plans to start off your business in the future? Drop a message with letter M. Drop a message with letter M. How many of you all have plans to start off your own business? Okay. What will be the product you will be offering to people? What will be the product you will be offering to people? What will be the product? Tell me the product, guys. Exact product. Huh? Okay. So wait, guys. I see many things, right? My list is long. Gadgets. What gadgets? Cosmetics. Okay. So that you can apply and look like a ghost and make the other gender scared. Okay. Gem business. Very good. Chocolates. Okay. Education, which is a service. Not yet decided. Fine. Software. Okay. Clothing. Okay. Medicine. Okay. Education. Okay. Perfume. Okay. Food. Handcraft items. Okay. Clothes boutique, education, medicine, albums or pictures, perfumes, toffee, chocolates, cosmetics, mobile phone, books written by me, okay, good, electric car, cake items, clothing, social service, free of charge, food, medicine, food, the the bakers at home, right? Cupcake and whatever other stuffs. Okay. So now, guys, if you are to start off your own business in the future, you can start off a business which offers a good. Good meaning what? A commodity. A commodity meaning what, guys? Something which you can touch, something which you can feel. Example, certain students said, so I want to offer perfumes, something which you can touch, which you can feel, tangible item. Certain people said, I want to offer clothes which you can touch, which you can feel. Some people said they want to offer cosmetics, which you can touch, which you can feel. So you can start a business which offers a good, right, which is tangible, or you can start a business which offers a service which is intangible. Example, what I am doing right now, right? What I am doing right now, it's a form of service, right? Example, you go to Odell, right? You go to Body Shop, you go to McDonald's, you go to Pizza Hut, you go to Domino's. There you will find good, right? You will find a commodity. So guys, you can start off a business which offers either a good or a service, commodity business or a service providing business, which is the next small area, guys. Let's rush through that section faster. Okay. Categories of business. Business can be categorized using various methods. One such categorization is based on nature of product catered by the business. First one, commodity manufacturing business. This involves production of tangible goods, highlight this case, tangible goods which is required to satisfy human needs and wants. Business takes into account various factors in order to determine the types of goods to be produced. Write down, guys, example. Write down here example. Example, write down. Watch, shoes, clothes, right? Mobile phones, and many more, right? And many more. Next one, service providing business. This involves providing activities and process service in order to satisfy human needs and wants. These products are intangible. These products are intangible. Highlight this case, and cannot be touched. Business involved in these types of activities are known as service providing businesses. Write down example. Example, right? You can say teacher, you can say doctor, right? You can say driver, and many more. These are services. These are services. So write down these examples, guys. Beauty salons, yeah. Banking, yeah, correct. Guys, are you people clear with this section? Are you people clear with this section? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, certain areas quickly you can learn it. So confirm fast. Certain areas requires good level of discussion. Okay, perfect. Fine. Now guys, the next section, right? The next section. Okay. In this class, right? Are you all good at producing something, manufacturing something? Yes or no? Are you all good at producing something, manufacturing something? Yes or no? No, Raihana, that you can use as example, right? For example, you see a doctor, he provides healthcare services. So you can mean it in that way. You take a teacher, they will be providing what? The education service. So you can mean it that way. So it's a mode of language which you need to rely and depend. Okay? Hope that makes sense, Raihana. Yeah? Cool. So guys, now accountant, yes, Mariam, yes. Now, so guys, now, what was the question I asked? Shazia, see, commodity, you can take it as a good, a tangible, something which you can touch, which you can feel. Service is not tangible, right? It's intangible. It's a form of service, right? That's the difference. Yes, Farhat, yes. Okay. Right. The question is, are you good at manufacturing, producing something? Yes or no? Yes or no? Anything, guys, anything. Now, guys, when I kind of ask these kind of questions, you will be like, no, sir, what can I know? What do I know? I'm still schooling and etc. Okay. Let's keep it very simple. No, sir, we are still school students. Okay. Very simple question. How many, can you block everyone's video? Yeah, the video comes and goes off. Yeah, guys, just be careful of that. Just ensure your video is off, guys. If not, it will be a little bit interrupting to others, right? Okay. Let me ask a simple question. How many of y'all know to cook? Drop a message with letter M. Anything, guys, anything. You don't have to be an expert. Even if that is applicable to, let's say, omelette, that would do. Yes or no? Right. Okay. Now, tell me, if you are to cook, do you need input? Yes or no? Do you need input? Yes or no? Yes or no? What are the inputs? What are the inputs? What are the inputs? What do you have to put? Right? Ingredients. Right? Ingredients. Your time, your effort, your brain, right? Your brain, your thinking, right? Your physical effort you will have to invest, you will have to inject. On top of that, you will also need money, right? You will also need money. So you need to mix everything and you need to combine everything and throw it. Then you will get the food out, correct? Similarly, guys, similarly, if you are to get good marks, do you have to study? Yes. There requires input of your time, your thinking, your effort, right? Your planning and many things. So guys, similarly with regard to business, if they are to get an output, like the examples we used, which is cooking, right? To get the food out, there has to be an input. To get good marks, there has to be input. Similarly, with regard to business, if they are to manufacture, should there be input? Yes or no? Should there be input? Yes or no? Yes. So those inputs are known as what, guys? Factors of production. Those inputs are known as what? Factors of production. What are factors of production? Factors of production are the input that is required to get the output. Input that is required to manufacture goods. input that is required to manufacture services. That is factors of production. So with regard to guys your content, there are 4 factors of production, 4 different inputs. Let's look into that one by one. But are you clear with what factors of production are? Yes or no? Are you clear with that? Yes or no? Right, perfect. So let's quickly read the first bit, right? Let's quickly read the first bit. In order to fulfill the human needs and wants, businesses needs to undertake production which leads to requirement of different resources to produce goods and services, right? So you can highlight this sentence. You can highlight this sentence, yeah? These resources are the inputs used for production process and are also known as factors of production. Also known as factors of production. So factors of production can be categorized as follows. Let's look into each one, guys, one by one, right? First one, first factor of production, right? First factor of production is something called land. Land. What is land, guys? Land is all the natural resources that is available for production. Land is all the natural resources that is available for production. For example, guys, you can take coal, you can take oil, right? You can take the wood, right? So all the natural resources. Example, you can even take water, you can take rubber. All those natural resources that is available for production process, which is given by the nature, which is taken by the business, is known as land. The very first one. Second one is, guys, something called labor. What is labor? Okay, land is fine, which is natural resources. Labor is the second one. Labor is what, guys? The physical and mental effort required for production process. Example, that is employees. Now, employee will have to give the physical effort, which is use his body. Also should be mentally stable. Can't be a fellow who is mental, no guys. Can't be a guy who is mentally unstable, right? Can't be a stupid guy. He will or she will have to have the capability to think, to kind of properly understand, to properly absorb. So what is labor? Labor is combination of physical, mental efforts required for production. Example, employees. So you take companies case, 2 main input which they completely rely, which they completely depend. One is land, that is all the natural resources, all the raw materials. Second one is labor, employees. What is that? Physical and mental effort required for production process. 2 easy factors of production, guys. Let's quickly read through that area, right? Land, all natural resources available for production process is known as land. Example, guys, write down. Example, write down. Example, write down. Okay. Coal, oil, water, wood, and many more. Right? And highlight natural resources. Highlight natural resources. Yeah, you can even say minerals, right? Not an issue. Next one, write down. Example, okay, labor, you can write down employees. Okay, employees. Physical and mental efforts required for production process is known as labor. So highlight is physical and mental efforts. That is physically strong, mentally stable. Physically strong, mentally stable. Okay. Yes, wait, hold on. Yes, Rusna, you can talk about that also. The physical land you have. So can we take manager as example for labor? Yes, 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 yes. You can take it as guys, employees mean worker, okay? Employees meaning worker, worker, worker. I hope you're aware of these terms, huh? Right? Third one, guys, capital. The last 2. Land is done, labor is done. Third one is what? Capital. What is capital? Capital is simply, guys, money plus all the man-made resources. What are man-made resources, guys? Example, buildings. Example, factory. Example, machinery. Example, equipments. Example, whatever other tiny gadgets, right? So the money plus all the man-made resources is known as what, guys? Capital, the third factor of production, right? Man-made resources plus the money, which is quite simple, which is quite easy. So land, labor, capital is fundamental, is basic with regard to what, case? Input, factors of production. The third one is capital, which is money and man-made resources. Okay, so let's quickly read that also, guys, because the final one I need to explain a bit extra, right? Finance and man-made items available for production process is known as capital. Highlight this, right? And example, write down money, machinery, right? You can also write down factory and minimum and minimum, right? So write down these examples, guys. Will be tested in your exam. Yes, Asma, yes, they do that. Okay, guys, I believe you're done, right? I believe you're done. Final one. Let me ask the question from you itself, right? Let me ask the question from you itself. Now, you're completely clear with land, labor, capital. Yes or no? Are you clear with those three? Yes or no? Three simple, quick learnings. Okay. Now, this land, labor, capital, right, to manufacture, to produce something, is it a case where they have legs, they will kind of, gather in a place, put together, and they will manufacture? Or there has to be someone to get land, there has to be someone to get the labor, hire the labor, there has to be someone to put money, there has to be someone to purchase those machineries and etc. Is it a case where it's an automatic process, or there has to be someone? Option one or two? One or two? There has to be someone, right? There has to be someone. That someone will have to put the money, will have to go through the effort, will have to allocate time, and will have to play that role of being that lead to bring in land, to hire labor, to put the money, right? To purchase all the required amount of machineries and whatever other equipments. So guys, what you need to understand is the main input that is required, right, is enterprise. What is enterprise? Enterprise is, case, the process of combining land, labor, and capital together. There has to be someone to bring the land, there has to be someone to bring the capital, there has to be someone to kind of bring the other elements. And guys, there's someone who is distracting. Why? Is the net connection okay? Or is it lagging? Guys, is the connection okay or is it lagging? Is hold on. Yeah, everything is fine, right? Yeah. So guys, while I'm explaining, don't interrupt. It will be a little bit difficult, right? So what I was telling was, there has to be a process, there has to be someone to bring the land, labor, capital. Now think about yourself. You're about to start a business to manufacture good. What will you do? You will purchase all the raw materials. You will get all the required raw materials, right? Then what will happen? Once you do that, second thing, you will kind of hire people, right? Hire employees to work under you. You will get people to work under you. Third, what will you do? You will put your money, right? You will pump in the money and you will purchase machineries, you will get a factory, you will get whatever the equipments, you will put and collate all three together. So there has to be a process, there has to be a work, there has to be an input, there has to be effort to bring land, labor, capital together. Only when all three elements are brought together, the production process will happen, right? The machineries will be used, raw materials will be used by the labor to manufacture good or service. So that process of combining land, labor, capital is known as what, guys? Enterprise. And that is done by whom? The entrepreneur, who is known as the owner. The entrepreneur, who is known as the owner. Are you clear with that? Are you clear with that? Yes, Huda, you can name it in that way also. No issues. Clear? Right. So let's go through that section, guys, right? Enterprise, the process of combining the above three factors of production together, taking risk to initiate the production process, is regarded as enterprise. So highlight combining the above three factors of production, right? Example, you can write down example, you can write down owner, owner, example, owner. No, Shimra, no. That goes under labor, that goes under labor, right? Or you can say, yes, entrepreneur as well, no issues. Okay. No. Ridwana, manager will fall under labor, right? You can put it under labor. Yes, Farhat. Yes. Asma partnership okkoma, you will be learning it later. Okay. Yes, Mariam, only owner, only owner. So guys, what are factors of production? Input required to manufacture goods and services, input required for production process. How many factors of production are there? Four factors of production. Four factors of production. Land, labor, capital, enterprise. Land, all the natural resources. Labor, physical and mental effort required for production. Capital is money and all the man-made items. Enterprise is what? That process of combining land, labor, and capital together. That process of combining land, labor, and capital together. That's it about, guys, factors of production. Now you should know, guys, how questions are tested in your exam, right? In your exam, questions are not going to be straightforward. Questions are not going to be direct. Don't expect that kind of questions, guys. Right? You're not in grade 4, grade 5 to expect those straightforward questions. They will clearly give you a scenario, a case, an example. In that given example, you will have to highlight, or you will have to identify, you will have to recognize what is land, what is labor, what is capital, and of course, the owner, which is the enterprise element. That's how questions will be tested. So let's quickly do one question, and I want you people to identify what is land, what is labor, what is capital, is what I want you people to identify. Okay. So let me put up the scenario here, guys. Sharing the screen again. Right. Sharing the screen here. Let me put up the scenario. Okay. What's the scenario? Let's say Mr. S, right, started off a business. Where's 1 minute? Right, so started off a business which is connected with manufacturing of clothes, right? He purchases, or you can say he extracts the required fabric through animals, right? Animals. He also has hired five employees to undertake the day-to-day work, right? To start off this business, he has invested 250,000, right? Rupees 250,000, and have also purchased five machines, right? Guys, first question you can type. What are the factors of production connected? What are the factors of production connected here? What are the factors of production connected here? Can you answer? Can you answer? Is land connected? Yes. Is labor connected? Yes. Is capital connected? Yes. Right? Is enterprise connected? Yes. Okay. Now tell me, right? Relate with examples. What are the examples, guys? You can kind of rely upon. What are the examples? Land. First, land. What is the example? Tell me the example for land. Tell me the example for land. Land. Guys, fabric, right? Through animals. That's the example. You can't give your own example such as coal, oil, mineral. It's related to a case, right? It's related to a case. Second one, labor. Tell me, labor, what's the example? Labor, what's the example? Five employees. You can't just say worker. You can't just say employees. Guys, you are doing a case question, an example question. Right? In your exam also, there will be questions connected to the same. You need to maintain the same pattern. If not, you will not get marks. Capital. Capital, guys. What is it? Capital, what is it? It's rupees 250,000 plus the five machines. Right? Enterprise. What is it? Mr. S. That's it, guys. This is one hell of a famous area that is tested in the exam. Definitely for 3 marks, 4 marks, for sure. Confirmed. Put a star mark. Right? Put a star mark and keep it. Quickly copy this example. Quickly copy this example in your tute. Quickly copy this example in your tute. Once you're done, drop a message with letter D in the chat forum, guys. The chat forum, you can drop a message with letter D. Yes, Ashfaq. Yes, that is possible. Is once you're done, drop a message with letter D, okay? Yes, Mariam, yes, that's fine. But tute, of course, the soft copy is available, which is already shared in the class group. You will have to take a printout of that. Yes, Hasna, that is correct. That is correct. No, Razana, no. Right? Manal, yeah. Copy it. Guys, done, no? Is done, right? Yes. Right, perfect. We're not done. Make it fast case. Patas kala danda. Copy it fast case. Decorations and beautiful handwriting after the class, you can do it. Yeah, exactly. Don't be a songy fellow. Just at least for now, take a screenshot then. Okay. Right. That's it. Right. That's it. Guys, are y'all okay with the speed I'm maintaining? Are y'all fine? Are you people okay with the speed I'm maintaining? Or is it too fast? I feel I'm slow. Can we increase the speed a bit further? Yes, or this level is okay. This is fine. Increase speed. Go more fast. Yes, increase the speed. Right. So this level, the further. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. So now, guys, this level is okay. Now, let me ask the next question. In your life, do you have targets? Do you have goals? Do you have objectives? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. What are your goals? What are your objectives? What are your targets? Sir, to be a responsible husband, responsible father, responsible wife, don't give those crap goals and objectives. Of course, that's a good objective for long term, but y'all are podi buttos, no guys. First, focus on basics, right? Right? To be educated, to be an accountant, to be financially independent, to get 9 A's, to be a doctor, to be a scientist, well educated, okay, to become a okay, the list is going on. So, guys, in terms of your life, you will have many targets, many objectives, many goals, right? Tell me, how many of y'all are working genuinely towards that? You have a target, you have a goal in your mind, and you're genuinely working towards that. Drop a message with letter M. Drop a message with letter M. Okay. So just answer these questions, right? On a daily basis, are you working for that? Are you allocating time seriously? Every day when you wake up, you kind of go through that and you are at it. Okay, I want to be this. This is future me. This is future me. Are you at it? Not really, right? Many people not really into it. Maybe a case you're not working. But let's take a very simple target, very simple objective. 9A. That can be a good objective, that can be a good target, which is decent for you also, no? O-level kids. That can be a good target, good objective. How many of y'all are genuinely working towards that? How many of y'all, right, have a genuine target towards that, thinking about it on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis? You have clearly written down the subject. This is the game plan, and I am kind of following the same. No, guys, people will not have the time, right? I'm very sure. Majority of you all will not have the time because you all are so busy, occupied with other crap, other nonsense that is happening around the world. Teledrama, right? TV series, movies, some freaking show which will waste your time, right? Nothing. So you don't have a clear target, you don't have an objective. On a daily basis, I wake up, I go to school, I come back. And you're proud of that also. Out of this category, there is a legends category, guys, ultra legends category, right? Just 13 years old, 14 years old. You go to their Instagram and Facebook. I kind of laugh to a next level when I see them up on Instagram also, right? They share post status celebrating what? Their 1 year anniversary, their 2 years anniversary. right? A day, wedding anniversary you're supposed to celebrate after getting married, man. What bloody wedding anniversary at the age of 13, 14, right? The first day I met you, I felt the complete world is behind me. I felt so happy. There were butterflies. There were kind of some kind of feelings, right? Heart was beating much faster. The first day you spoke to me, oh my God, I can't even imagine, I can't even believe it, right? The fellow will share everything. That will be there on Instagram, right? That will be there on Instagram, a long bloody status. Ade, the 90s kids are not yet married and you are just 13, 14, assuming that you're going to live with that life partner forever. They will marry. They will put that status, right? What is it? Celebrating 1 year anniversary, right? Hoping to live a ever-ending journey with you. After 1 year, status. I never felt, realized my life will be so miserable, right? My life will be so sad. I have lost everything. No one loves me. No one cares me. Bullshit. Crap, right? Those are people who are born idiots, who are born mental, right? Who doesn't have the basic brains to think. In your life case, do remember, different age, there will be different target, different objective, different goals. Chase that. You can turn out to be a good husband, good wife, good Romeo, good Juliet, romantic boy or romantic girl in the future. Now you have a target where your parents are also relying, your siblings are also relying, which is basically to focus on studies, focus on extracurricular activities, focus on something which adds value, right? But there are certain crap students who tends to go out of track and turn out to be elders at a young age itself. So do clearly identify your objective, guys, your target. Your life has a purpose. It's not only love. It's not only getting married. It's not only having a relationship. If you are in a relationship, wow, fantastic, you have achieved something. No one will think in that way. You have better objectives, you have better targets, you have better goals. You need to have that. So today, if you don't have that target, if you don't have that objective of getting 9 A's, right? Being the captain of your school soccer team, cricket team, or your house, right? Reducing your weight, right? Maybe by 20 kilos or 30 kilos. Those are the targets, guys. Those are the objectives. Work towards it. Now, why this long script? Free advice. If you want, you take it. If you don't want, get lost. Right? I mean, to me, you can say, right? No, so I don't want your advice. Keep it away. But free advice, if you want, you can take it. If you don't want, you can ignore. So, guys, what you need to understand is, like us, we have targets, we have objectives, we have goals, we have a purpose. We are chasing that like a horse. We are gearing towards that like a horse. Correct? Similarly, every business will have a target, will have a goal, will have an objective to chase, like a running horse, guys. Every day they will work towards that. Every day they will focus towards that. Every day they will look into that. Every day they will take efforts, actions to achieve that. So businesses do have objectives, do have goals, do have targets. What are those objectives? What are those goals? What are those targets is something we are going to look into right now. Let's look into that content, guys, right? First, let's read. Yeah, first, let's read. First, let's read the first bit. Every single individual will have a purpose and objective in their life with regard to different activities. In the same way, business do strive and work towards different objectives in order to satisfy the different expectations of different parties. Businesses having goals or objectives will provide a clear direction and keep the entire organization focused towards a specific outcome. Business objectives could take various forms, which includes, okay, now we are going to look into, guys, different business objectives. Before that, are you clear with that introduction I gave? Are you clear with that introduction I gave? Yes or no? Clear? Right. Please, 1 minute, hold on. Let me plug in the charger. I'm running out of charge. Right. So what are the business objectives is something we're going to look into right now, guys. First objective is something called generating profit. Example, I buy this mark of 100. Will I sell it for 80? Yes or no? Will I sell it for 80? If I sell it for if I sell it for 80, guys, I'm mad, right? I'm stupid. I buy this mark of 100. I will try to sell it at 120, 130, 150. So you see, you bought it for 100, you are selling it at 120, 150, 130. So that excess you have generated is your profit, is your return, right? So similarly, guys, same way, every business will have a target, will have a goal, will have an objective in mind, which is profit. What is profit, guys? That excess money. Example, right? Example, like what I said, you might purchase a product at, let's say, you might purchase a product at, let's say, 1,000, right? Selling price is 1,000, right? Let's say the expense is 750, right? What is left out for you is the profit case, which is 250. So one common objective, guys, one common objective every business do have is what? Generating profit, making money. You buy at a price and you sell it at a high value. The return you get is your profit, is your return. The first one, which is profit, right? So it's azan, right? Guys, hold on for 2 minutes. It's the azan, right? Just hold on for 2 minutes. For me, it's not audible, right? Once it is done, drop a message. Once it is done, drop a message. Done, right? Okay. Purchasing vehicles and selling it less than the cost price. Example, you purchase the vehicle at 500,000, you sell it at 300,000. That's a loss for you, no? You purchase it at 500, you sell it at 300. That's a loss for you. 200,000 loss, right? Basic, straightforward. Okay. So first one is, guys, making money, which is basically profit. The first one, right? Let's read that first. Let's read that first. Profit is the excess the business has generated after all the expenses have been deducted from the revenue. Highlight this, please, right? Generating profits is important for business in order to survive in the market for a long run. To generate returns for the shareholders of the company, to achieve a growth in the business activities, and most importantly, to tackle competition effectively in the market. Simple as that, guys, right? Simple as that. First one. Second one is survival. Example, right? Example. Let me put you into a situation, right? Let's say you are about to start a business, which is a food business, right? Food business in your area. But in your area, already there are two food businesses, which has been in the market for 40 years, 40 years they are in the market. Now you are entering, you are starting off your own business. Initial days, guys, first few days, what will be your target? What will be your objective? Is it to make money and somehow do many things? No, to survive in the market, right? To somehow survive. Let me kind of give it a strong fight. Let me try to attract people. Let me try to offer quality products. Let me try to do something and survive in the market is what you will focus upon. Any new business case, they will try that. They will be focused upon that. Example, guys, look at this situation, COVID situation. That's why we are having an online class, case, which I personally hate. I wish you people were in the physical class. If you were in the physical class, my way of delivery will not be like this, guys. I will ensure your image, you have an image, no, guys, that will be properly damaged, fully damaged, right? Embarrass you to a whole next level and do the lectures, which is my style, which is something I love, right? So you all are lucky to be following the class using online. But then, guys, you see what created these online lectures? Freaking COVID. Some Chinese dude had bat soup, which is freaking, creating this freaking online class and online session. Last 2 years, case it's online class, online session. Fed up of lecturing also. What to do? Can't help it. Have to adapt it and have to lecture, right? Similarly, you are very well aware this COVID situation has created lockdown, right? Made life difficult. People do not have money. They can't earn easily. So businesses are suffering big time. So during this difficult time, what is their target? What is in their mind? Somehow survive. Like Sri Lankan people, guys. Power cut, 7.5 hours, like Gehan Block says, kamak ne, right? Gas crisis, kamak ne. No petrol, kamak ne. Dollar ne, kamak ne, right? Whatever it is, kamak ne, right? That's how Sri Lankan people are, right? So Sri Lankan people are surviving in the country despite the bad situation, despite the difficult situation, right? Similar to that case, business also will have a target, will have an objective, which is to survive. Meaning what? Not to close, not to shut down, but somehow survive in the market, somehow stay in the market, somehow do whatever it takes and remain in the market. That is, case, the second objective, which is survival, right? Third one is growth. Example, let's say, guys, you people, you are out of school after your A levels. You start following your degree and you are now in the society. You're earning 50,000. You're earning 50,000. Your first job salary is 50,000. Will you be willing to remain in the same 50,000 until you die, or you will expect your salary to increase? 50 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 600, 600 to 2 million? Of course, increase, right? Similarly, when you were born, guys, you would have been, of course, everyone is small made, no, guys. Will you prefer to remain short and will you prefer to remain small made, or will you prefer to grow? Will you prefer to grow? Obviously, you will prefer to grow, right? Example, guys, with regard to your own case, that's why you have your food, right? So what you need to understand is, guys, we as individuals, we expect our salary to increase, salary to grow. We expect our, let's say, the whatever features we have to grow, right? It is a general expectation. Similarly, guys, you start off your business, let's say in a small room, right? In a small room, will you prefer to remain in the same size, or you want to grow from small room to a big building to many branches to all over the world? Of course, grow, right? If you go back to, guys, top companies, Apple, not eating Apple, the mobile phone. You go back to Google as a company, right? You go back to Disney as a company, right? You go back to Microsoft as a company, right? You go back to Amazon as a company. All those companies are companies, guys, which started in a small room, in a garage, right? Now look at the company size. the way they have constructed the building, the way they have kind of grown big time. So every business will have a target, will have a goal, will have an objective, which is to grow, not to remain in the same size, grow, which is increase the customers, increase the revenue, increase the profit, increase the size, increase the number of employees, and grow big time, which is growth, the third objective. So what are the three objectives, guys? Profit, survival, growth. Are you clear with the first three? Are you clear with the first three? Yes. Okay. Let's quickly read this, guys, right? Let's quickly read this. The first three, sorry, first one we read, second one, survival. This is likely to be the key objective of most new business startups. The high failure rate of new businesses means that to survive for the first 2 years of trading is an important aim, right? So highlight this case, highlight this, please. Once the business has become firmly established, then other long-term objectives can be established. Third one, growth. The growth of is a business, right? A business, usually measured in terms of sales or value of output, has many potential benefits for managers and owners. Usually, business wants to achieve high performance in different business sectors they operate. Right? Write down within brackets, guys. Write down within brackets. Write down within brackets. Please write down so that you have proper clarity. Increase revenue, profit, right? Customers, and etc. Please write this down. Please write this down. Please write this down. What businesses do you think will bring in higher profits? Obviously, tech related business, right? So what is revenue? Oh my God, should keep you in center of the road and shoot you. Revenue than which is the sales income. You learn this in accounting. Revenue is sales income, right? Right. Let's look into the other three, guys, right? Let's look into the other three, the final three. Next one is market entry. Okay. Now, how many of you all have been to KFC or McDonald's or Pizza Hut or Domino's? How many of you all have been to one of the firms, right? How many of you all have used Uber? How many of you all have used Uber? Uber. Okay. Now tell me, these companies? Yes. These companies, these businesses, are they present only in Sri Lanka or all around the world? Only in Sri Lanka or all around the world? All around the world. First one or second one? Worldwide. Yes, exactly. So same way, guys, same way, when you start off a business, yes, you will expect your business to grow, you will expect your business to survive, you will expect your business to make money, but you will also have a goal in mind, a target in mind. Okay, I have launched in Sri Lanka, some way or the other, I should launch my business in USA. I should launch my business in Malaysia. I should launch my business in India. I should launch my business in Pakistan. I should launch my business in, let's say, New Zealand, UK, Canada, China, Japan, right? So it flows on. Oh, you can keep it very simple. Fine. I have launched my business in my area. I should launch my business in, let's say, Colombo area, Jaffna, Anuradhapura, Trincomalee, Gaul, Mathura, right? The east side. So you will have that target, you will have that kind of objective in your mind, right? So what is market entry? That is another objective, guys, which is launching your business in different markets. Meaning what? Different area, different region, different country. Do remember that. right? That is simple one, guys. Next one is customer satisfaction, right? Customer satisfaction, increasing customer satisfaction. Okay, now let me ask a general question. If I ask you to rate out of 5, right, how satisfied are you with this class? Out of 5, what is the rating you will offer? Okay, the list goes on, right? Let me not read out the, right, let me not read out what is mentioned. Okay, so thank you very much for that. Thanks for that. Now, guys, you see why you are giving that rating, why you are giving that mark. Why? Can I know the reason? Can I know the reason? Can I know the reason? Satisfied, happy, great. Okay, good explanation, interesting. Okay, it goes on, right? Understandable, surpassing expectation, very good, spot on, right? Right, surpassing expectation. So guys, see, you as a customer, in your mind, you have an expectation, right? Before you buy the product, example, before you go to have your food, right, you will have an expectation. I expect this to be in this manner. When it surpasses your expectation, you're satisfied, you're happy, right? You get a feeling, wow, fantastic, I've got the correct product, I've got the correct service. So guys, similarly, every business will be focused upon what? Satisfying the customer, make customer happy. How? Offer quality product, offer quality good, offer quality service, which meets the expectation. Example, you might go to a restaurant to get a food, right? To get a pack of food. You might have something in your mind, okay, fine, I need to get this, I need to have this level of quality. If that meets, if that connects, bingo, you have satisfied, you are happy, and you will be willing to kind of, provide whatever other stuffs to purchase the product. So guys, satisfying customers is another objective, which is a simple one, straightforward one, right? Final one is prestige. Prestige. Okay, this class, last question, right, related to this area. How many of y'all are focused about your image and reputation? Your image and reputation. How many of you are focused? Drop a message with letter M. Of course, yes. So guys, your image and your reputation depends on what? Depends on what? Your image, your reputation. The image you have, the reputation you have depends on what? Your actions, simple as that. Your actions, which is your character, which is your behavior, which is your attitude, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you behave, the way you kind of discipline yourself, your personality, that will decide your reputation, your image, and etc. Right? For example, let's say you go up on the table and start dancing in public places, weddings, conference. Image halas, right? Halamati habibi tamai. Let's say you are kind of properly behaving, you talk in the right manner, you are professional. There you go, bingo, right? Your image will be there. Similarly, guys, every business will be so concerned, focused about their reputation, their image. They will never ever do something which will affect their image, their reputation. So they will be focused upon maintaining what? High image, high reputation, high level of status, right? That is, guys, another objective, another target, which is prestige connected to business. That's the final objective, guys, right? So let's quickly read it. Let's quickly read it, which is market entry, the focus and aim of the business considering on entering new market. Highlight this case, right? In order to increase the sales, revenue, and profitability. Increasing customer satisfaction, focus on customers to satisfy their requirements, surpassing expectations, right? You can write down. Make customers happy by offering quality products. Write this down. Prestige, businesses will focus on bringing in recognition and goodwill, right, for the business. This would help the business to a more superior to be a more superior brand with better reputation, right? Closer to reputation, guys. Closer to reputation, within brackets you can write down image, right? Which would lead to attracting new customers and retaining the existing customers. Simple as that. Guys, this one, cut it off, not required. Cut this off, not required. Cut this off, not required. That's A level point, guys. So you can cut it off, right? Right. Guys, that's all about business objectives. Are you people crystal clear with this section? If you are crystal clear, drop a message with letter CC. You have any questions, any doubts, you can raise the same. Right, fine. Cool. So guys, we are done with 70% of the first chapter, right? Are you people tired? Too much? Exhausted? Yes or no? No, right? Even if you say yes, guys, I will not kind of, consider. Just for a formality, I will ask, guys, right? Just to be nice for 1 to 2 seconds, I will ask, but I will not give you a break, no, end the class. Sixth one, can you explain a bit extra? Sixth one, prestige. Prestige meaning what? Your image, your reputation. Business will be focused upon image and reputation. They will not do anything that will affect their brand name, right? Example, you look at country Russia, the entire world is cursing because they are attacking another country, right? The world in curse Israel when they were attacking Palestine, right? But now the world is cursing Russia why they are attacking Ukraine. So people, no, there are people in Ukraine, there are no people in Palestine. They are just balloons and whatever other dolls that do exist. So you see, it's a bad name, it's a bad reputation for Russia. Everyone is scolding and they have a negative perspective about that country, right? Similarly, business also, they will not do anything that will affect their brand name, right? Their business name. They will always be focused upon that and they will ensure they uphold the reputation. That's the final point. Okay. Is there a few other questions? You all can stay back, right? You all can stay back after the class. I will definitely clear off those doubts, right? I will clear off. Yes, Hajara, same here. Is this Hajara Rizvi? Or is it a new Hajara? Or is it some other Hajara? Or is it Hajara Salman? New Hajara. Okay, fine. Right. So, guys, now what are we supposed to do? I'll give you 5 minutes. Do these questions. 5 minutes. Do these questions. 5 minutes. Do these questions. Just 5 minutes, huh? And we are going to start off stakeholders next. It's 6:45, right? It's 6:45. Exactly 6:50. You should be done. It's 2 minutes more. 2 minutes more. Yeah, guys, time up, time up, time up, right? Right, let's discuss the questions much faster now, right? Guys, just hear me out, one by one, right? Explain the difference between needs and wants. How many of y'all sketched a table here? Drop a message with letter M. How many of y'all sketched a table here? Table. Right. No. Guys, sketch the table in your final exam for God's sake. Any difference questions, please sketch the table. Last week I gave you all a table, no? Needs, wants. Easily you get the marks. Right? Essential. Right? Non-essentials. Right? Essentials, non-essentials. Common between individuals, right? varied amongst varied amongst individuals, right? Next one, limited, right? Wants, unlimited, right? Simple, this one, complex. Guys, don't get into this saga of writing out these paragraphs and stuffs. Not required, not actually required. Don't be stupid in that way. Last week itself I told you these questions can be there, right? Next one, define business. What's the definition you can give for business? What's the definition you can give for business? Business is an economic activity, right? Guys, keep your videos off, be cautious about that. Business is an economic activity that focuses upon satisfying needs and wants by offering products. That's it, right? Focused upon satisfying needs and wants by offering products, right? This can be your answer. So I see other answers also, right? That is also correct, no issues. Those other answers also can be correct, no issues, you can use it. Okay, next one, list q armor, guys, right? List q armor, you just need to mention, right? You just need to mention land, labor, capital, right? Enterprise. Guys, these are your past paper questions. These are your past paper questions. I have not picked it from anywhere else, right? Keep that in mind. These are your past paper questions. Okay, business, just copy this and you have this as well. Next one, state and explain 3 objectives related to the business. Okay, state and explain. First, let's state it, guys. What are the objectives, right? What are the objectives you can kind of state? What are the objectives you can kind of state? First one, you can focus on profit. Second one, you can focus on survival. Third one, you can focus on growth, right? Fourth one, you can focus on customer satisfaction, right? Next one, you can focus on prestige. Now, guys, they have also expected you to explain. Now you have just stated, that's fine, right? Just stated it, that's fine. But they are also expecting you to explain, guys. So you will have to definitely explain, right? So in that case only, Abdullah 2005, your video is on, right? Are you trying to show your face and impress certain people, brother? Abdullah. Profit, explain, guys, right? Explain. Business will focus upon, right, generating a return, right? Generating a return through the business activity. Right? That's the simple explanation. Survival. What is that case? Business will focus upon surviving in the market, right? Competing with competitors. That's your answer, right? Growth. Business will focus upon growing the business, and taking it to a next level, taking it to the next level, right? That can be on customer satisfaction, right? Focusing upon making customers happy by offering quality products, prestige, right? Ensure to maintain and keep a high image for the business and its brand. This can be answer. So guys, explain Q armor, don't get scared. It's all related to what we learned. This is again a past paper question, right? All related to what we have learned. So you just need to simply apply. Okay. So this is your answer pack, guys, for this batch of questions. Are you all completely clear with this? Are you people completely clear with this? Yes or no? Right. Quickly take a screenshot. You all can copy it later. Quickly take a screenshot. You all can copy it later. Right. Do you do Sinhala medium classes? Sinhala medium classes. If you listen to my Sinhala, you will laugh for your entire lifetime. Right? Guys, that's all about our first section. I wanted to finish stakeholders also, but it's okay. Next week I'll take the first 1 hour and complete stakeholders. Right? Next week I'll take the first 1 hour and complete stakeholders. But let's establish the start, guys. Let's establish the start, right? Let's kind of kickstart that section. A general question in terms of our life, do we have stakeholders? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do we have stakeholders? Yes or no? Ape jivite, right? In our life, do we have stakeholders? Yes. Example, 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 example. Yes, yes, I'm about to finish it, madam. Give me 2 to 3 minutes, right? Yes. So guys, in terms of our life, we do have stakeholders, right? We do have stakeholders that includes what? Parents, right? Siblings, relatives, right? The neighbors, friends, uh, the lecturers, the school principal will be one of the major stakeholders, right? And the list will flow on. So these are the examples of stakeholders. And guys, aunties especially deserve a special category, right? Whose business is always to look into our business. Puta, what are you doing? Puta, what is next? Puta, what are you going to do in the future? When are you getting married? When are you going to die? What are you having now? Right? So aunties, that's another category. So all these people are, guys, stakeholders connected to our life, right? Why do you say, right, they are stakeholders? Because they have an interest on you, you also have an interest on them. They can affect you, you also can affect them. Example, parents can scold you, you're affected. You can be harsh, you can be rude to your parents. You're not supposed to do that, but you can be, you're affecting them, right? Your siblings can annoy you, can bug you, right? Same way, you also can do the same, right? So these are people, guys, who tends to have an interest on you, you also have an interest on them. They can affect you, you also can affect them. So our life, we do have stakeholders. Similarly, with regard to business also, there are enough and more stakeholders connected to what case? Businesses. That's what we are going to learn in the next class, right? That's all for today, guys. Tata, bye bye. See you in the next class with the upcoming section. Okay? Bye, good night. Take care, everyone. Bye bye, people. Welcome, welcome, welcome.